Testing 1, 2. Testing 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're good now? What was that? Okay.
Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Viking Pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings Girls game. And now, Viking Pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and tonight the 2-1 Viking girls are getting ready to take on the 1-0 Clear Lake Warriors. Coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Clear Lake Warriors and the Colfax Vikings. Then we'll get Coach Sarar's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Following that, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. So it's time to get ready for some exciting high school girls basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We will be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame, where we are getting ready to bring you all the action of tonight's girls basketball game between the Clear Lake Warriors and the Colfax Vikings. The Vikings are looking to get off to a faster start and continue their winning ways following their 57-41 win over the Bloomer Blackhawks last Monday. Now, in that game against Bloomer, the Vikings used a balanced scoring attack with 8 players putting up points for the second game in a row. Now, leading the way for the Vikings in scoring was sophomore McKenna Shipman, who put up 16 points. Jillian Bovey and Maddie Barstead contributed 11 and 9 points, respectively. Shipman also led the way for the Vikings in rebounding, grabbing 11 boards, with Emily Bertram-Schofield hauling down 6. Thus far this season, the Vikings are led in scoring by Shipman, who's averaging nearly 16 points a game. She's followed by senior Maddie Barstead, who's putting up over 11 points per game. Also, leading contributors include Emily Bertram-Schofield with 7 points per game, as well as Jasmine Best and Jillian Bovey, who are adding nearly 6 points per game each. The leading rebounder for the Vikings this season is also Shipman, who's averaging 9 rebounds per game. She's followed by Bertram-Schofield, who's grabbing 5 per game, and Barstead, as well as Ainsley Olson, who are pulling down over 4 per game. The Clear Lake Warriors are coming off a 71-30 win over the Spring Valley Cardinals back on Thursday the 18th. The Warriors are led in scoring by the Rosen girls. Now, last season's leading scorer, 6'1" senior Maddie Rosen, tallied 15 points, only to be outdone by her sister, 5'10" sophomore Katie Rosen, who led the way with 19 points. 5'9" senior Lizzie Rosen also picked up 7 points on the night. The Rosens were followed by 5'9" sophomore Nora Eggert and 5'8" sophomore Brianna Peterson, who added 10 and 7 points respectively. The Vikings will have their work cut out for them, as Clear Lake has a substantial height advantage in tonight's game. The Warriors average over 5'7", while the Vikings average about an inch shorter. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get the coach's perspective as we chat with Viking head coach Courtney Sarar on Coach's Corner. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, what they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
We're talking with Viking girls head coach Courtney Sarar. And Coach, last Monday, the Vikings defeated the Bloomer Blackhawks 57-41. You have some comments about that game?
Yeah, it was a great win going into the Thanksgiving break. We started off a little slow, but we're able to turn it on in the second half. Went on quite a run and continued on into the second half. I was impressed with, their ability to bounce back, and I thought we did a great job sharing the ball, distributing it, finding the open person, and then just scoring in transition too.
Yeah, it sure looked like a real team effort out there.
Yeah, the girls, after Boomer went on a little run, we were able to respond and then bounce back, and they really did. I was impressed, like I said, with their ability to just, take what I was saying and apply it onto the court.
Now, it's been a week off for the Vikings. I know you've been practicing, but are you at all concerned about the rustiness that can develop with that much time away from actual games?
No, not really. We usually, we never take more than 3 days off. So we gave the girls, some time over Thanksgiving to enjoy with their families, but we've had 2 practices under our belts now to kind of get over that. I call it the turkey coma. We're ready to play tonight.
Yeah, that evil tryptophan can get in there, can't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, the Vikings are going to have to contend with the Rosen girls tonight as they take on the Clear Lake Warriors. And the Rosen girls, that's Kate, Lizzie, and Maddie, they're almost a complete team in themselves. What do the Vikings need to do to shut them down?
Yeah, we talked about it. Historically, they've had some phenomenal athletes, Clear Lake, and with the Rosen girls and without. So we just have to make sure that we do a great job boxing out. We have to make sure we do a great job keeping Maddie off of the board. That's kind of where she lives. That's kind of her forte. And then the other girls are just as long and just as athletic. So I think as a team, we've talked in practice about making sure, one shot and done. We can't let them get offensive rebounds to keep the possessions going. We have to, give whoever's guarding Maddie some help on the inside. She's a great true post player, I think. So we have to make sure we have smart help in there, and then defend without fouling too. They're great from the free throw line, so we have to make sure that we don't let them have a free trip there.
And once again, you're playing a team that's got a bit of a height advantage over the Vikings. What do they need to do to overcome that?
Yeah, it's kind of a common theme. We tend to be a little vertically challenged with some of our lineups, but they handle it well. They know that they can't just rely on their height and their athletic ability to jump with some of these kids. So they have to make sure that they have the correct position. They have to make sure that they're pushing back and not just standing there. And we've done a great job with that in the past. I think they understand that it needs to be done in order for them to be successful on the rebounding end. So I imagine, that they'll take that to heart tonight.
Now, are there any injuries or changes that we should look for in tonight's game?
Nope, nothing. We've, had a couple days off, and I think we're able to get some rest and recuperation, and we're ready to go tonight.
You're going to need that rest and recuperation this week. You've got 2 more games yet this week.
Yeah, it's a big week for us.
Well, Coach Soror, good luck on tonight's game, and hopefully the Vikings will build on that win from last Monday and use tonight as a final tune-up before hitting the Dunn St. Croix Conference schedule on Thursday.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. The Vikings are looking to continue on their winning ways as they prepare to be tested by a taller Clear Lake Warrior team. Tonight's game will also serve as the final tune-up before the Vikings step into the Dunn St. Croix Conference action, where the Vikings are hoping to capture their 4th consecutive conference crown. On the other hand, The Clear Lake Warriors would like to build on their 2020-2021 season where they had a 14-7 record and advanced beyond last season's sectional semifinal defeat at the hands of the Phillip Loggers 69-54. So the stage is set for some exciting high school girls basketball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now, in just a moment, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where Dan Petchow returns to action, and I will bring you all the action of tonight's girls' game between the Colfax Vikings and the Clear Lake Warriors. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Touchdown! Oh, you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!
You've been tuned to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking basketball.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Colfax Viking basketball is on the air.
Adielski's pass gets intercepted. Barstead, she brings it back down the floor. Cuts into the lane. Jumper from the lane, nothing but net this time.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly presents tonight's Colfax Viking girls varsity basketball game.
Barstead over to the left side to Best, who puts up the three and hit it. Jasmine Best with a three-pointer. She's got 8 points.
Join us as we head out to the gym for tonight's Viking basketball.
Pass down the left side to Hajdukovic. Hook shot goes up and in. Jeanette Hajdukovic with the power forward hook. And good evening. Rick Olson here, and holy cow, look who's here with me.
I think I was going through withdrawals a little bit for live sports.
We've got Dan Petchow doing our color tonight. Glad to have him back out of the sick bed and ready to deal with a little bit of basketball and deal with a little bit of pep band.
Yeah, you know, I think I gotta get a new couch because it's got a little dent in it now from me sleeping on
you,
it so much.
You were spending some time there between that and your recliner.
Yeah, good to go now though.
And I'll tell you what, Dan, why don't you fill folks in on who's playing in tonight's game?
Yeah, here's the starters for Clear Lake tonight. They're gonna go with number 4 sophomore Ellie Kress, number 5 sophomore Kate Rosen, number 15 senior Lizzie Rosen, number 23 sophomore Brenna Peterson, and senior number 31 Maddie Rosen. For the Colfax Vikings, they're going to go with number 4 JC Bovey, number 12 Jillian Bovey, number 22 Maddie Barstead, number 24 Emily Bertram Schofield, Jasmine Best, number 32, and 42 McKenna Shipman. I think I got one too many in there, but.
Oh, you know what? I'll bet you said J.C. Bovey that you incorrectly marked at the beginning.
Yeah, so let's run through those quick. Jillian Bovey, Maddie Barstead, Emily Bertram Schofield, Jasmine Best, and McKenna Shipman will be your starters for Colfax tonight.
And looks like we've got teams over to the sidelines, and we're going to get ready for the national anthem and player introductions from the scores table. I'll bet Mike Hodel only gives 5 Viking players. You see, folks, you got to remember, Dan's got a background in hockey, so he wants to get that 6th player out there.
Hey, if they'll let us play 6, we'll take 6.
And we're getting ready for the national anthem, and it looks like we have probably the same 2 singers. And now we'll keep it down at the scores table for tonight's starting lineup.
Welcome to Colfax High School for tonight's non-conference girls basketball matchup between the Clear Lake Warriors and your Colfax Vikings. Introducing the starters for the Warriors. Number 4, sophomore Ellie Kress. Number 5, sophomore Kate Rosini. Number 15, senior Lizzie Rosini. Number 23, sophomore Greta Peterson. And number 31, a senior Maddie Rosini. The Warriors are led by head coach Chad Egger. And now the starting lineup for your Colfax Vikings.
So, there's the starting lineups for tonight's game. And we have, for the Vikings, the typical same 5 we've had all season. That's Bovey, Barstead, Bertram, Schofield, Best, and Shipman. For the Clear Lake Warriors, Rosen, Kress, and Peterson. I was mentioning to Dan a little bit earlier that during the game, if I'm in doubt, I'm just going to say Rosen's got the ball, at least have a 60% chance of being right.
Yeah, I was thinking, how many times are we going to say Rosen to Rosen tonight?
I think it's one of those where we're going to have to go with first names. And the Warriors win the toss. This is Brenna Rosen. Feeds it over to Ellie Kress. And then to Lizzie. Out to Maddie. Those are all Rosens. Feeding it into the lane. They kick it back out to Brianna Peterson. Shot is no good, and the Vikings chase it down, but they throw it away. Bertram Schofield trying to get it to Barstead, but it kind of got away from her. So Clear Lake has it. They inbound it. This is Lizzie Rosen out between the circles. Gets it over to Peterson. On the right side, back out high to Kate. Then down underneath, the shot goes up by Maddie. She gets fouled on her way up. The shot was no good, but she's going to the line for 2. First shot is up, it's no good. The foul, by the way, was on McKenna Shipman. It's her first personal, first team foul. First foul on anyone. Second shot on the way, and that's in. So the Clear Lake Warriors take an early 1-0 lead. Best feeds it over to the left side to Barstead to Bertram Schofield. Then they put the 3 up by Bovey, and it's no good. Ball gets tied up. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings.
Maddie Barstead's being scrappy yet.
Vikings swing it around to the left side, get it out high to Best. At the free throw line, over to the left side to Shipman. Puts on the brakes, kicks it back out to the left. Then Shipman back out to Best. Cross-court pass to Bovey. Cross-court pass back to the right side to Shipman. Drives the baseline, feeds it out high to Best. They swing it around on the left side. Bovey puts a shot up, it's short. Barstead gets the rebound, puts a shot up, and she gets fouled. Maddie Barstead at the line. First shot, high off the glass and in. Ties the game at 1. By the way, the foul was on Brenna Peterson, her first personal. First team foul on Clear Lake. Second shot up, rolls around, goes in. Vikings take a 2-1 lead. Peterson with it in the backcourt, tries to feed it to Maddie Rosen. She loses control, goes out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball.
Yeah, good job by number 22, Maddie Barstead there to get the turnover.
Best brings the ball down the floor. Gets it to Bovey. Over to Shipman, three-pointer on the way. She hit the 3! McKenna Shipman with the big three-pointer. 5-1 Vikings on top. Into the forecourt comes Lizzie Rosen. Feeds it over to Peterson. Ball gets stolen away. She tried to feed it into the lane. Barstead taking it coast to coast and puts it in. Vikings now putting on full court pressure. Peterson gets it across the timeline. Now they get it over to the right side into the lane to Maddie. And she put it in. Vikings have it down the left side. Shipman feeds it out high, or out wide. Bovey put the 3 up, it's no good. Peterson down with the rebound. Gave up the dribble. Finally gets the ball out to Kress. Over to Kate Rosen. Gets it into Maddie. Turns around, puts it up, no good. Rebound being fought for underneath. Finally coming away with it is Clear Lake. And then Emily Bertram Schofield comes down with it. Takes it down into the lane, puts it up and in. And we have a timeout on the floor. Vikings 9, Clear Lake Warriors 3, 14:51 to go. And you're listening or tuned to Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
Back here at Colfax High School, Rick Olson with you, along with Dan Petchow, Jeff Gust on the camera. And the Clear Lake Warriors inbound it. This is Lizzie bringing it down the floor, feeds it over to Peterson on the right side, loses control but gets it to Maddie. Then Lizzie, and then over to the near side to Kress, feeds it underneath to Kate Rosen, and she puts it up and in. 9-5, Vikings up by 4. Right down the lane is Best. And we're going to get a blocking foul called on Clear Lake. And that foul is on Lizzie Rosen.
That's her first.
Second team foul. First shot by Jasmine Best is up and in. A couple replacements come in for the Vikings. Jeanette Hajdukovic and Ainsley Olsen into the lineup. Second shot on the way. It's also good. 11-5, Vikings on top.
Yeah, we were just talking about how Jasmine Best is coming around.
Scrap for the ball down along the baseline. It's out of bounds, and they're going to say it's Viking ball. Olsen got in there and contested it with Peterson, and Peterson was the last one to touch it before it went out of bounds. Over to the right side goes Best, out to the high point. Barstead shot, bounces off. Olsen steers it back out to Barstead, to Bertram Schofield, to Barstead on the left side, getting it to Olsen. Olsen driving the left baseline, and she went out of bounds. She ran into a little bit of traffic and discovered the hole wasn't as big as she thought it was.
Yeah, Ainsley got caught down on the baseline.
All right, Clear Lake gets it across the timeline. Maddie has it. Gets it over to Lizzie. Feeds it down to Nora Eggert, who came into the game. Now they get it over to the right side to Peterson. Out high to Kate. Then into the lane, and then out to Lizzie. Shot is no good. Rebound gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Vikings.
Yeah, Colfax is having a little trouble with number 31, Maddie Rosen, down there, so they're having to double team, which leaves somebody open on the outside.
Maddie has it, turns around, puts it up. Partially blocked, but then taken it by Kate Rosen and put up off the glass and in. Hajdukovic did block the initial shot. Olsen driving the baseline, gets trapped down in there. They feed it out, gets it to Hajdukovic, gets it to Olsen, puts a shot, it's up, no good. Clear Lake with it, down the floor. Lizzie with it, feeds it over to the right side. Now Maddie, we got a foul on the floor, and it's on Hajdukovic. That's her first personal. Second team foul. Clear Lake to inbound. They get it to Maddie. Drives the baseline. Tries to pass it into the lane. Ball gets taken away by Best. Down the floor she comes. Feeds it to Olsen. Lays it up and it goes in, and she drew the harm.
Yeah, good job.
Ainsley Olsen with an off-balance layup. Almost a backwards layup.
Yeah, good job by Ainsley Olsen to box out on the baseline and draw the foul.
Leah Reen is into the lineup for the Vikings. Olsen's free throw rims around and out. Hajdukovic gets the rebound. Feed it to Barstead. She's getting tied up, and we got a jump ball being called. Possession arrow in favor of Clear Lake.
Yeah, I'd like to see Jeanette be a little more aggressive there. She had the layup, and she gave it up.
Inbound pass to Maddie. They get it back to Lizzie, who brings it across the timeline. Feeds it over to the left side. This is Eggert. Back out high to Maddie. Then over to Lizzie on the left, into the lane. Shot goes up. We're going to get a foul. I think it's on Olsen. Kate Rosen with the shot. That's Olsen's first personal. Third team foul on the Vikings. Shot is up and good. It's Kate Rosen at the line. It's 5 points for Rosen tonight so far. Second shot on the way, off the back of the iron. Rebound taken down by Reen. Gets it to Bovey, who brings it across the timeline. Feeding it over to Shipman on the right side. Drives into the lane. Kicks it out to Hajdukovic, then to Olsen at the top of the key. Takes it down the left side. Moves it out to Reen. And we got a whistle.
Haynes comes up.
And Olsen comes up with a hitchin or giddy up there. She had an ankle that was injured prior to that was being taped up before the game. And the way she's favoring it, it looks like the ankle that she had taped. Vikings inbound the ball. Bovey with it to Barstead. Kept the pivot foot planted. I don't know how she did that. Now she's got it out between the circles. Over to Shipman. Drives into the lane, and we're going to get a foul. Oh, they're going to say travel.
Ooh, I thought
the foul came before the foot came down.
Yeah, Lizzie Rosen had her around the arm, but
I'm not wearing the striped shirt. Down the floor come the Clear Lake Warriors. Lizzie with it. Gets it to Maddie. Drives in from the left side. Puts it up no good. Rebound taken down by Kate. Feeds it over into the right corner. Then out high, wide, and right. Shot went up by Peterson, is no good. That was Eggert, excuse me on that. And the Vikings come back down the floor. Barstead. Out to Shipman. To Bovey underneath, and she lays it up and in.
Yeah, Clear Lake forgot about Bovey down the baseline.
Jillian Bovey with her first 2 points of the game. Over on the right side, this is Kress. Kress feeds it over to Eggert on the right. Now they move it back to the left with Lizzie. Then to Kate. Now to Maddie. Eggert has it now between the circles. Or check that, that's Lizzie. To Kate, to Lizzie. That's Eggert driving down to the lane. We're going to get a foul, a blocking foul.
See if they get number 12, Jillian Bovey.
I do believe. Yes, that's who we got. First personal. That's the fourth team foul on the Vikings. Eggert at the line. Her first shot is good. Vikings on top, 15-9. Lizzie takes a seat. And Brenna Peterson comes in. Second shot is up, rolls off the iron, no good. Vikings come down with it. And Bovey through the center circle. Feeds it over to the right side to Shipman. Shipman drives down to the baseline. Feeds it underneath. And a little bit of an errant pass. So it went out of bounds, and Clear Lake has it. Vikings putting on pressure. This is Lizzie across the timeline to Maddie. Back over to Lizzie. They feed it to Haddock. To Maddie. Tries to hit Lizzie, but Lizzie went one way and the pass went the other. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball. Emily Bertram Schofield and Jasmine Best back into the lineup. Best stops between the circles. Gets it over to Bertram Schofield on the left side. Puts a shot up. It's no good, but she got fouled. Has a foul on Maddie Rosen. That's her first personal. It's the fourth team foul. First shot is good by Emily Bertram Schofield. (16-9), Vikings on top. 9:39 to go in the first half. Next shot is up and good. Vikings up by 8. Inbound pass gets knocked out of bounds by Bertram Schofield.
Colfax goes press.
And they successfully steal the inbound pass. Feed to Bertram Schofield, lays it up, no good. Put back is up, no good, but fouled on the way up is Maddie Barstead. Foul is on Kate Rosen. That's her second personal. 15 foul. First shot by Barstead is good. Second shot on the way. It's also good. Well, it's good to see Ainsley Olsen come back in, walking as if there was no problem. And in fact, she's checking in right now. That's a good thing to see. Probably just went out, got a new tape job done. Inbound pass to Haddock. And the ball gets tapped away and out of bounds. Tapped away by Best. Brandy Madison to inbound the ball for Clear Lake. Long pass, intercepted by Bertram Schofield. Feeds it out high to Best. She tries to pass it down underneath. It was blocked by Maddie Rosen. Clear Lake puts up a three and she hit it. That was Ellie Kress with the three-pointer. Down the floor come the Vikings. Best with it, gets it over to Olsen on the right side. Drives into the lane, puts a shot up, no good, gets her own rebound. Feeds it out to Bovey, back to Olsen, turns around, little soft on the shot, it's no good, but we got a foul being called on Clear Lake as Emily Bertram Schofield tried to go back up with it.
Fouls on Brianna Peterson, number 23.
And the first shot is good. (21-12). Vikings on top. Second shot rims around, no good. Clear Lake comes away with it. Down the floor. This is Lizzie. High, wide, and left. Feeding it down to Eggert on the left side. Over to the right side with Maddie. Tries to go to the baseline. Can't get anywhere with the ball gets knocked loose. Then they get it out high. They're over on the right side. Back into the lane to Maddie. Then out to Peterson. She puts it up and in. Down the floor come the Vikings. Best. Over to Bertram Schofield. Drives into the lane. Puts up a short jumper. No good. Rebound taken down by Clear Lake. This is Lizzie with it. Feeds it over to the right side to Kress. Kress out high to Maddie. Now to Eggert. Now to Lizzie on the left corner. She brings it back out to Kress, to Lizzie. Down underneath, laying it up and in is Brenna Peterson. And the Vikings bring it back down the floor. Bertram Schofield with it. Feeds it out high to Bovey. Over to Best. To Bertram Schofield in the lane. Turns around, puts it up and in. Emily Bertram Schofield.
Emily's got
8 points.
8 points.
And the Vikings steal it again. They get it over to Bovey. She lays it up and in. 24-16. Vikings on top. Down the floor comes Lizzie. She feeds it over to the right side. Long three-pointer. Good by Eggert. That shot was halfway to Bloomer. Bovey with it. Gets it out to Olsen. Then the feed's over to Best from the top of the key. No good. Rebound being tapped around, being fought for. And we're going to get a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings.
Every time Clear Lake makes a little run, Colfax come right back.
Jenna Goodell into the lineup for the Vikings. And the Vikings will get the ball on the baseline. Evidently, it's where the tie-up occurred. Goodell to inbound it. Feeds it to Bertram Schofield. Puts a shot up. It goes in! 26-19. Vikings on top. Down the floor comes Clear Lake. And they're going to say a foul on the Vikings with an elbow.
I think it's number 22.
Maddie Barstead. That's Barstead's first personal. 15th foul on the Vikings. Shipman back into the lineup for the Vikings, replacing Olsen. Lizzie with it. Feeds it down to the baseline. Going up with the shot. It's no good. It's out of bounds. Last touch by the Vikings. Lizzie feeds it into Maddie. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Gets her own rebound, but she gets tied up. Oh, they don't blow the whistle. And a three-point shot is no good by Eggert, and the Vikings come away with it. I'll tell you what, the officiating crew we had the other night would have had that be a jump ball. Down the lane goes Barstead. The shot is no good. Barstead with it. Feeds it out to Shipman. Lays it up and in. McKenna Shipman. 28-19. Vikings on top. Clear Lake coming down the floor. They feed it over high, wide, and right to Brandy Madison. Takes it down the right side. Feeds it to Maddie Rosen.
Yeah, there's a mismatch down there right now. McKenna Shipman's got to guard Maddie Roseman.
Barstead has it. Gets it over to the right side to Goodell. Puts up the three, and she hit it. Jenna Goodell with a three-pointer, and the Vikings have opened up a 10-point lead. 5:05 to go in the first half. Lizzie with it. Feeds it out to Madison. Back to Lizzie between the circles. Ball gets tapped loose. Tied up on the floor. Boy, this officiating crew lets them fight for it, don't they?
Yeah, it takes a minute for the whistle to blow.
And we're going to get a timeout called by Clear Lake. So with 4:52 to go in the first half, Vikings 31, Clear Lake 21. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Back here at Colfax High School, Vikings have a 10-point lead. So we come back from the timeout. Clear Lake with the ball. Lizzie Rosen feeds it over to the left side, then back to Lizzie in the lane, then to Maddie on the baseline. She puts it up and in. Maddie Rosen, 7 points on the night so far. Best with it at the top of the key. Gets it over to Goodell on the left. Back to Best. Best down the right side of the lane. Puts it up, rattles around and in. 33-23, Vikings on top. Down the floor comes Lizzie. Over to Madison, and we're going to get a foul called. And that foul is going to be on Jenna Goodell. Long pass comes out. Shipman steals it, tips it back over to Best. Feeds to Goodell, loses the handle. Ball's loose on the floor. Bertram Schofield chases it down. Best settling things down. She's on the right side, gets it out to the top of the key. And underneath the Shipman, she lays it up and in.
Good luck by Jeanette Hajdukovic to find Shipman.
Here comes the Clear Lake down, but Shipman steals the pass. Gets it off to Best. Down the floor they go quickly. Back out to Shipman. And they're going to say she traveled. Didn't get the ball to the floor quick enough as she took those steps. Barstead back into the line, replacing Goodell.
Yeah, Jeanette Hajdukovic is going to have a little problem with Maddie Rosen. She's going to have to kind of hold her ground.
Clear Lake having trouble getting out of the backcourt. A lot of pressure being put on by the Vikings. Ball gets tapped loose. Then across the timeline and stolen by the Vikings. Barstead with it. Down the floor she comes to the free throw line. Then over to Bertram Schofield, puts a shot up. It's no good. Rebound being fought for, and we've got a whistle. Jump ball is being called. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings. High pass out to Barstead. Hajdukovic loses the handle on it, but the Vikings are scrapping for it. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Brandy Madison. And that'll put Emily Bertram Schofield to the line for the bonus. That's the first foul on Madison. 7th foul on Clear Lake. First shot on the way, rolls around and off. Clear Lake comes down with it. Lizzie has it in the backcourt. Lizzie across the timeline. Feeds it down to Eggert. And ball gets knocked away from her and out of bounds down along the baseline.
Yeah, good hands by number 42, McKenna Shipman.
Lizzie to inbound. Feeds it to Maddie. Back out to Lizzie. On the right side. Down in the right corner, feeds it to Maddie. Out high to Haddock. Puts up the three, no good. Rebound taken down by Maddie, but she can't control it. Bertram Schofield comes away with it for the Vikings. Down the floor, right side of the lane, kicks it out to Barstead. Three-pointer on the way. Nothing but net. Maddie Barstead with the three. 38-23. Vikings on top. That's 9 points for Barstead in the first half. Down the floor comes Clear Lake. It's Lizzie with it. Feeds it down to the baseline in the lane. Shot goes up, but it gets tipped around. That was Madison with the shot, and the Vikings come away with the rebound. Barstead with another three on the way, and she hit it again!
Maddie Barstead getting rhythm.
Minute 38 to go. Vikings on top, 41-23. Lizzie falls over as she tries to get the pass off. It gets stolen by the Vikings. Long pass to Bertram Schofield. She lays it up and in. And the Vikings, just like that, have opened up a 20-point lead.
Yeah, good job by Emily Bertram Schofield.
Lizzie has it. High, wide, and right. Feeds it over to Haddock between the circles. Takes it over to the left side. Then a feed to Eggert. Her shot goes up, no good. Rebound taken down by Shipman. Best with it. Puts up a three, no good. Rebound taken down by Lizzie. 40 seconds to go in the first half. Vikings up by 20. Cross-court pass. This is Eggert. Then they get it over to Lizzie. Then out high to Madison. To Haddock. To Madison. To Lizzie. To Eggert. Back to Lizzie. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. I believe it's going to be on Emily Bertram Schofield. It is. It's her first personal. 7th team foul on the Vikings. So that'll put Lizzie to the line. You know, one of the things that Coach Sarrar said during Coach's Corner, shot is up and no good. Rebound, fought for, still being battled for. Vikings have it. Was that the Vikings had to make sure that, and the shot goes up and we're going to get,
you get a charge?
I do believe so. Jasmine Best got called for the charge. But one thing Coach Sarrar said was that the Vikings had to make sure that when Clear Lake had the ball, because they do have a significant height advantage, that they only got one and done. And that's what the Vikings have been able to do tonight. Long shot, halftime, no good. And we go to halftime. Vikings 43, Clear Lake 23. Coming up is Viking halftime with a Viking player profile. Ainsley Olsen is our profilee tonight. And then the Colfax High School report. That's all coming up right after this.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew a girl so smart, so responsible, she must be a keeper.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're going to be talking with Ainsley Olson, and Ainsley is a junior here at Colfax High School. Ainsley, we know you've been playing basketball for a while now. When did you get started, and what kind of an experience has it been for you?
I think I got started in 3rd grade, and it's been pretty good.
All right. Now, what's the most important thing that you've learned playing basketball?
Always put your team first.
Okay. Now, when you're not playing basketball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you busy, occupied, entertained?
Running cross country and just hanging out with my horses.
Okay. I've got a few rapid fire questions for you. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Cookies.
What kind?
Chocolate chip.
Oh, America's favorite, isn't it? And your favorite color and why?
Red. Just, I don't know.
You've worn red most of your life, right? Okay. Now, if you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
Invisibility, because nobody would be able to see me.
Okay, now, if you have a superpower like invisibility, of course you have to have a superhero name. So what would be your superhero name?
I have no idea.
I guess that name is invisible, just like your power of invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite NBA or WNBA team?
The Lakers.
Okay, the Lakers. That's a good one. And your favorite collegiate team?
I have no idea.
No idea? Okay. We're talking with Ainsley Olson on Viking Profile. And Ainsley, you're only a junior, but what are your plans for when you complete high school?
I'm thinking about being a physical therapist.
Okay, do you have any idea where you want to go to school for that?
Probably lacrosse.
All right. How about a shout out to your family?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad for making me play basketball, and my sister for being a good role model.
Yeah. And of course, you want to give a super shout out to your very bestest grandpa ever, right?
Yeah, and my grandpa.
Okay. Hey, we want to thank Ainsley Olson for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
Time now for the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
The winter sports continued in a limited form last week as the Viking girls took on the Bloomer Blackhawks on Monday the 22nd. The girls defeated the Blackhawks 57-41. In that game, the Vikings were led in scoring by McKenna Shipman, who hit on 6 field goals and 4 free throws for 16 points. Maddie Barstead followed with 11 points, and Emily Bertram-Schofield picked up 7. Going into this week, the Vikings have a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. The other Viking teams were limited to practice due to the Thanksgiving holiday break. This week, the action gets back into full swing. The Viking girls have 3 games, hosting Clear Lake on Monday and traveling to Glenwood City on Thursday. We'll carry both of those games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Then on Saturday, December 4th, the girls will host Stanley Boyd in the final game of the 16-team Western Wisconsin Classic being held in the Colfax High School gym. We will carry the Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Other teams participating include Ellsworth, Boyceville, St. Croix Central, Elmwood Plum City, Regis, Glenwood City, Thorpe, Spring Valley, Fall Creek, Mondovi, Osseo Fairchild, Durand, Altoona, and Elk Mound. Tournament action begins at 8:30 a.m. with the Vikings Stanley Boyd game scheduled for 8:45. The Viking boys will be in action with 2 games this week. They host the Amory Warriors on Tuesday and travel to Bloomer to take on the Blackhawks on Thursday. Due to COVID-19, the game scheduled for Friday at Thorpe will need to be rescheduled. We will carry the game with Amory on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Colfax Bloomer wrestling team opens their season by participating in the Glenwood City Varsity Wrestling Tournament on Saturday, December 4th. Wrestling action gets underway at 10 a.m. Coming up next week, the Viking boys will have 3 games. On Tuesday the 7th, they will travel to Glenwood City. On Thursday, they will host Mondovi, and then on Saturday the 11th, they will take on the McDonald Central Max in the Northwest Tip-Off Classic at UW Stout. We will have all 3 games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Viking girls will play next Friday the 10th when they host the Mondovi Buffaloes. We will also have that game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Bloomer Colfax wrestling team will host Regis Altoona team in a dual meet on Thursday the 9th at the Bloomer High School. Wrestling action begins at 7 p.m. Then on Saturday the 11th, the Grapplers will travel to Eau Claire North to participate in the 32-team North High Wrestling Varsity Invitational. Wrestling begins at North High at 9 a.m. In other school news, the annual holiday programs will be held on Tuesday, December 7th. Junior kindergarten will perform at 9 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. The kindergartners will be at 10:30 a.m. Grades 1 through 4 will be at 1:30 p.m. and grades 5 through 8 will perform at 7 p.m. And that's what's happening for the week of November 28th through December 4th at Colfax High School.
You've been tuned to the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is more Viking halftime and then second half action.
Hi there, Russell here. I'm one of Santa's elves. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm his chief elf when it comes to making deliveries on Christmas Eve. It's a busy time here at the North Pole. We elves are pretty good at assembling things. That's why the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV asked me to assemble their Christmas gift to you. So here's what I've come up with. We're all going on a ride with Santa on Christmas Eve. Not his whole trip, but part of it. And I have the in-flight entertainment all lined up. So join me, Santa, and the Northern Light Webcasting Network along with NLWN-TV on Christmas Eve beginning at 7 p.m.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is second half action of today's Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, just getting ready to get things started in half number 2. Vikings with a commanding 43-23 lead over the Clear Lake Warriors.
Yeah, one thing Colfax has to do yet is keep number 31, Maddie Rosen, off the board. She's been kind of dominating down there with her size. And
so Clear Lake to inbound the ball. They get it into Peterson. Over to Lizzie Rosen, to Maddie at the edge of the lane. Back out to Lizzie on the right side. Closely guarded by Bertram Schofield. She feeds it off to Kress, who puts up the 3, no good. And Bertram Schofield with the rebound. Takes it down the length of the floor, lays it up, and it rolls off. And down come the Clear Lake Warriors. Lizzie with it, high, wide, and right. Cross court to Kress. Then to Kate Rosen. Back out to Peterson in the lane. She gets tied up. And we're going to get a foul on Jasmine Best, I do believe. It is. And that's the second personal on Best. First team foul. Kate Rosen with it. Feeds it to Lizzie on the left baseline. Tries to put the shot up. It's no good. Rebound taken down by the Vikings. Bovey with it. She feeds it over to Best. Back over to Bovey from the right side. Launches a three off the iron. No good. Maddie Rosen with the rebound. Gets it to Lizzie Rosen. And they feed it down underneath, and the pass gets stolen by Shipman for the Vikings. And down the floor comes Best. She's between the circles. Feeds it over to Shipman. Fakes the handoff. Takes it herself. Drives down the side of the lane and puts it up and in.
Yeah, good fake by Shipman. Got her way to the baseline.
This is Lizzie with it. Gets it over to Ellie Kress from the left side. About a 10-foot jumper goes in. 45-25, Vikings up by 20. Down the floor they come. Bertram Schofield from the left side into the lane. Turnaround jumper's up, no good. Rebound taken down by Kate Rosen. And down the floor comes Lizzie Rosen. She's tied up. Pass gets tipped, and Bovey stepped out of bounds before she tossed it back in. Tried to bounce it off of Peterson, but she stepped out of bounds first. Right idea. Maddie has it, and Bovey comes through and just picks her pocket, feeds it over to Shipman, lays it up and in. That's 11 points for McKenna Shipman. Lizzie Rosen with it. Across the timeline. Top of the key, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul down along the baseline. They're going to call Emily Bertram Schofield. She's got her hands out like, what'd I do? Lizzie inbounds it to Kate. Kate's shot gets blocked. Barstead with the block, and down the floor come the Vikings. Jasmine Best with it. Top of the key, takes it over to the right side, down the baseline, feeds it to Barstead, who bounces it off the leg of Peterson because she was kind of trapped down there. Bovey to inbound it. High pass out to Best. Best over to Barstead, three-pointer on the way, off the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Clear Lake. This is Kate Rosen, down the left side. Turns around, puts it up, partially blocked again by Barstead. Went out of bounds. Barstead was the last to touch it. Lizzie to inbound it. Out to Maddie Rosen, back to Lizzie on the left side. Feeds it over to the right to Peterson. Turns around, looking somewhere to go, gets it out to Lizzie, out between the circles. Over to Peterson, high, wide, and right. To Kate on the right side of the lane, turns around, she got fouled. Fouls on Barstead. That's her second personal, third team foul. Kate Rosen. Shot is up, no good. And her second shot. And we're going to get a lane violation, and we do. Emily Bertram Schofield knew it. She had the full length of her shoe in the lane.
So we'll do it again.
Shots on the way, no good. Shipman with the rebound. Very nice job that time of using her body to block out and grab that rebound. Bovee with it on the right side. Gets it to Bertram Schofield at the top of the key. Back over to Bovee on the right. Down to Bertram Schofield. She puts it up and got fouled. And this is going to be on Lizzie Rosen, I believe.
Yeah, good job between Jillian Bovee and Emily Bertram Schofield to connect on that.
That's the second foul on Lizzie Rosen. And the first shot by Bertram Schofield is good. 48-25. Second shot is also good. It's only the first team foul. Inbound pass. Then they get it back over to Lizzie. Lizzie stops in the backcourt. Feeds it into the forecourt to Kress. Back over to Lizzie. Lizzie over to Eggert on the left side. Back out high to Maddie. To Lizzie. Three-pointer from the right side is no good. Bertram Schofield with the rebound. Down the floor she comes. Little hesitation dribble. Feeds it out to Shipman. Puts it up the shot. No good. Rebound taken down by Barstead. Tries to get the pass out. Ball still loose. Being fought for. Bovee with it. Gets it to Bertram Schofield. She lays it in. Got a little sloppy down there, but Vikings found a way to feed it over to Emily Bertram Schofield, who laid it in.
Yeah, and it all started with Maddie Barstead's scrappiness.
Clear Lake feeds it down underneath. We're going to get a foul called on Barstead. They're going to say she was reaching over the back of Rosen as Rosen went up with it. It's hard to defend a shot from behind without causing a foul. Shot is up off the back of the iron, no good. Olsen and Hajdukovic and Reen all into the Viking lineup.
Come on for the height so they can defend 31 Maddie Rosen.
Second shot, and that one's good. Peterson into the lineup for Clear Lake, replacing Kate Rosen. And down the floor goes Best. Feeds it over to the right side to Bovee. Out high to Hajdukovic. Ball gets tapped loose. Feeds it to Olsen, and she got fouled going up. Foul is going to be on Brenna Peterson. So Ainsley Olsen at the line. Shooting two. First shot is good. It took the scenic route, but it went in. Second shot. That one's nothing but net. And we have a buzzer, and coming in is Emily Haddock, replacing Ellie Cross.
Ainsley Olsen with 4 points tonight.
Peterson has it. Comes across the timeline. Feeds it down underneath. Then they kick it back out to Peterson, puts up a shot from the free throw line and hits it. 53-28. Vikings on top. Best with it, drives down the right side, lays a shot up, no good. Reen with the rebound. Oh, that's Hajdukovic with the rebound, puts it in.
Yeah, good foul by Hajdukovic.
And we're going to get Reen called with a block. That's Aaliyah Reen's first personal. Fifth foul on the Vikings. Peterson with it. Gets it over to Haddock on the right side. Pass gets intercepted by Hajdukovic. Gets it to Best, and the Vikings bring it down the floor. Bovey with it, high, wide, and left. Feeds it to Hajdukovic. Hook shot goes up, no good. She forced it a little bit.
Yeah, that's not her shot.
And then down the floor comes Clear Lake. Well, especially not when it's a flat one like that. It's Maddie, gets it over to the right side. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound taken away by the Vikings. Here comes Best streaking down the floor. Puts on the brakes, kicks it out to Bovey. Cross-court pass to Olsen. Olsen drives down the left side, and she drew the foul going up. Maddie Rosen fouled her. That's a second personal on Rosen. Third team foul. Olsen to the line. That one off the back of the iron, no good. Bertram Schofield and Jenna Goodell into the lineup for the Vikings. Kate Rosen back into the lineup for Clear Lake. Olsen's second shot rattles around and off. Rebound taken down by Rosen. This would be Kate Rosen. Feeds it to Lizzie. Now over into the corner to Madison. Out high to Peterson. The shot is up, no good. Rebound being fought for, and we're going to get a jump ball called. Jenna Goodell and Emily Haddock both had it tied up. Olsen inbounds it to Bertram Schofield. Comes across the timeline. Out to Olsen, puts up a three. She hit a three-pointer. Ainsley Olsen with the three. That's her season high so far. Pass into the lane gets stolen by Hajdukovic, and here come the Vikings. Hajdukovic lays it up and in.
Colfax keep crashing the boards, getting 2 points.
They feed it down, and the ball gets tied up. We're going to get a jump ball called. Hajdukovic ties up Peterson. Inbound pass stolen by Hajdukovic. And down the floor come the Vikings. Bertram Schofield feeds it over to the right side to Reen, to Hajdukovic, to Olsen from three. That one's a little short, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Clear Lake ball.
Yeah, good look from Hajdukovic to Olsen. Just came up a little short.
Inbound pass to Kate Rosen. Back to Lizzie. Little Rosen to Rosen communication there as they come down the floor. They get it over to Haddock. Takes it down the left side. Back out high to Peterson. Over to the right side to Lizzie. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Aaliyah Reen. As Lizzie Rosen was trying to drive the baseline. That's Reen's second personal. Sixth team foul on the Vikings. Lizzie inbounds it to Madison. Over to Haddock, back to Lizzie. Pass back out to Haddock. Through her hands and into the backcourt, and an over and back.
Yeah, Clear Lake's trying to get it in the inside, and good job by number 30, Aaliyah Reen, to kind of blow up that play.
Vikings are getting their hands into that pass inside, and they're just not, Clear Lake's just not able to penetrate that. Hajdukovic, turn around, puts it up. Oh, they're going to say she traveled. It was a good-looking shot, but an extra little hop in there. She was working on that shot before the game, too.
She had one too many spins there.
So Lizzie brings the ball across the timeline, feeds it over to the right side to Kress. Back to Kate at the top of the key. To Lizzie on the left. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Emily Bertram-Schofield comes away with it. Through the center circle. Feeding it over to the right side. Tareen. Shot is up. No good. Rebound. Taken down by Lizzie Rosen.
Illyrian miss, but it'll be handy down the road.
They feed it to Maddie, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. I believe it's on Hajdukovic.
Got 14.
Oh, it's on Olsen. It's her second foul, 7th team foul. 2 shots here for Maddie, and the first one's off the back of the iron, no good. Maddie Rosen has not scored so far this half. I probably jinxed that. No. How about that?
Sometimes it works.
Actually, the Vikings have done a pretty good job holding her to 7 points. Hajdukovic with it, feeds it to Olsen in the lane, and she goes up with it and got fouled.
You know, these two are starting to get gel really good.
And they're starting to learn how to play that high-low. Now Ainsley just needs to make her free throws.
Yeah, she just has to take a little more time. She's kind of rushing.
Now, there's nobody counting to 10 here. She doesn't have to be like Giannis.
You know,
off the back of the iron. Olsen has it. Gets it out to Reen. Reen out between the circles. Feeds it over to Olsen on the left side. Into the lane to Hajdukovic. Little hard off the glass, and coming away with it is Kress for Clear Lake. She comes down the right side. Feeds it out between the circles to Lizzie. Back over to Kress on the right. Back to Lizzie. Drives into the lane. Puts it up, and we're going to get a blocking foul called.
I bet on number 40.
I think so. Yes. That's on Hajdukovic. It's her second personal. First shot is up and no good. Lizzie Rosen's second shot is up and in. With as many times as we've called her name tonight, that's her first point on the night.
Yeah, she's done a lot on defense.
And a lot of ball handling. They feed it down to Olsen on the baseline. And we're going to get a foul. And that's going to be on Lizzie Rosen.
Yeah, Lizzie Rosen bailed out Ainsley Olsen there. She was trapped down in the corner.
Yeah, nobody was coming to rescue her either. Goodell to inbound it for the Vikings. By the way, that's the 4th foul on Lizzie. Pass comes in to Hajdukovic. Gets it out to Reen. Reen takes it into the lane, and they're going to say she traveled. Traveled on the pivot. So Lizzie inbounds it to Kress. Kress has it between the circles, takes it over to the right side. Maddie Rosen feeds it to the lane to Lizzie, to Kress from 3, no good, and we're going to get...
Good
I
job by
believe
number
it's going to
30.
be a foul on... Yes, it's a foul on Lizzie Rosen, and that's going to be the end of her night. She fouls out with 1 point. And
what do we got?
They're saying an offensive foul against the Vikings.
Must have been something away from the ball.
Evidently, it was on Aaliyah Reen. It's her 3rd personal. 9th team foul on the Vikings. Maddie feeds it underneath to Peterson. Peterson goes after it, gets tied up. We got a jump ball being called. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings.
Good job by Arena there. She got the foul down on the offense end, came back on the defense, and got the ball back.
Force that tie up. J.C. Bovee into the lineup for the Vikings. Feeding it down to Hajdukovic, lays it hard off the glass. She's got to get a little softer on those layups. So Clear Lake has it. Kate has it. Down in the left corner, feeds it into the lane to Maddie. Maddie Rosen with the layup. 60-31. Vikings on top. Learine with a three. It's up, no good. Rebound being fought for. Hajdukovic puts it up, no good. She gets it back for a third try, but she's going to kick it out to Goodell. And Goodell hit the three-pointer. Jenna Goodell, 6 points on the night on 2 3-pointers. And Clear Lake answers right back with a three-pointer on their own by Nora Eggert. 63-34. Bovee, that's J.C. Bovee. Feeding it over into the right corner. Reen has it, gets it to Olsen. Takes it into the lane, lays it up, off the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Maddie, but stolen by Goodell. Feeds it to Olsen. Olsen lays it up, and they're going to say she traveled. Took a little hop before she laid it up.
Yeah, she got caught on the baseline down there and tried to sneak in there, but couldn't make it.
Into the lineup is Meadow Keltner for the Vikings. And Eggert puts up another three for Clear Lake. 63-37. A little over 5.5 minutes left. Goodell with it on the right side. Gets it out high to Keltner. Three-pointer on the way. Off the iron, no good. Hajdukovic chases it down. Cross-court pass to Keltner. Out high to Goodell. To Bovee. Bovee takes it down the lane. Lays it up and in. J.C. Bovee with a two-pointer. 65-37. Down the floor, gets tipped around. Clear Lake comes away with it. Putting it up, no good by Eggert, but she got fouled. And that's going to be a foul on Hajdukovic. It's her third personal. 10th team foul. This shot's up and in by Eggert. Leah Reen into the lineup. Spelling Hajdukovic. Second shot is up and it's good. Whoop! Evidently, they had a substitute waiting for the shooter. That was what it was. 65-39. Vikings on top. Goodell with it, high, wide, and right. Pulls up her dribble, feeds it to Bovee, drives into the lane, goes up, got fouled. Fouled by Ellie Kress.
It's Ellie's first.
First shot is up, no good. Rosen in for Rosen. That's Maddie in for Kate. Second shot is up, rolls off, no good, and Maddie gets the rebound. Down the floor comes Kress. Takes it over to the right side, now feeds it over to the left side to Peterson. Peterson looking to get a shot off. And Maddie gets the loose ball, puts it up, and it gets rejected. Ainsley Olsen takes a seat. Hajdukovic back in. Feeding it to Maddie, and she got blocked again. Now down to the baseline is Haddock, and her shot is no good, and the rebound gets tied up.
We got a foul.
Oh, we got a foul. That's got to be on Kress then. It is. It's her second, 8th team foul. That sends J.C. Bovey to the line. Shots off the iron, no good. And here comes Clear Lake down the floor. They feed it over to the right side to Haddock. Then to Kress. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound by Hajdukovic. And down the floor comes Bovey. She's between the circles. Feeds it over to the right side to Reen. Reen drives to the lane, and they tie her up. It's a jump ball, and possession arrow in favor of Clear Lake. Haddock inbounds it to Kress. Kress between the circles. We're going to get a whistle and a foul, and it's a foul on Clear Lake. That's going to be on Brandy Madison. It's her second personal, 9th team foul. Bovey with it between the circles. Takes it over to the right side. Ball gets tapped out of bounds by Kress, so it'll be Viking ball. Goodell inbounds it to Bovey, and we have a foul. This will be on Kress. It's the 10th foul on Clear Lake. So Bovey's at the line for 2. First shot is up, off the back of the iron. Second shot on the way, it rolls around and off. And down the floor comes Clear Lake. Vikings don't have a stellar shooting percentage from the charity stripe tonight, Dan.
Yeah, it's something they'll have to work on this week.
And we have a whistle and a foul as Madison was going to the basket, and the foul is going to be on Meadow Keltner. It's her first personal. Brandy Madison for 2. First one's good. 65-40. Second shot off the iron, no good. Ball gets chased down and tipped out of bounds by Reen. It'll be Clear Lake ball. 3:13 to go. They get it in on the left side, Clear Lake does. Now they get it out high to Madison. Takes it down the right side of the lane. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound hauled out of there by Bovey. J.C. Bovey quickly down, stops at the top of the key, tries to feed it down to the baseline to Goodell. Lost control of the pass, and so it goes back to Clear Lake.
I think she forgot how tall Goodell was there.
I think you're right. Long three-pointer is up, no good. That was attempted by Haddock. And Bovey with it. Across the timeline for the Vikings. She's between the circles. Gets it over to the left side. Three-pointer by Keltner on the way. No good. Rebound taken out of there by Kress. Kress across the timeline. Down into the right corner. This is Eggert. Drives, puts it up and in. (65-42). Bovey over to the right side to Goodell. To Hajdukovic, back to Goodell. Goodell at the free throw line. Over to Reen. Reen puts a shot up off the iron, no good. Chases down her own shot, gets it in, puts it back in.
Yeah, coach will like that. Follow your shot.
Long shot by Kress is no good. 67-42. Minute 42 to go. Haddock with a shot, no good. Rebound. Taken down by Clear Lake. Shot goes up by Madison, it's no good. And coming away are the Vikings. Bovey with it between the circles. At the top of the key. Getting it over to the left side to Goodell. Shot is up, no good. Rebound taken down by Reen. To Bovey. Three-pointer on the way, it goes in! J.C. Bovey with the three-pointer. 5 points on the night for J.C. Clear Lake has it. Rosen with it. That's Kate. Then they get it over to Kress. Back over to Haddock. To Madison. Over to Kate. On the left side. High wide and left now to Kress. Over to the right side to Haddock. To Eggert. Over to Kate. And she traveled before she was going to try to head down to the baseline and took an extra step. Just over half a minute remaining.
Yeah, Hajdukovic gave her a whole bunch of fits there.
Bovey with it. Hajdukovic on the right side. Out to Reen. Over to Keltner. Keltner high, wide, and left. Over to the right side now to Hajdukovic. To Bovey. Back out to Hajdukovic. To Reen. 5 seconds remaining. Reen dribbling. And that'll do it. Final score. Colfax Vikings 70. The Clear Lake Warriors 42. Vikings up their record to 3 wins and 1 loss on the season. Clear Lake goes to 1-1 on the season. We're going to have Viking postgame coming up right after this timeout. You've been tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Bremer Avenue in Colfax.
And find it's time to harvest? Give a call to Aaron's Custom Baling. Aaron will provide you with 4x5 net-wrapped round bales. He can even give you bales that spruced up look with select custom netting if you'd like. Serving Western Wisconsin, that's Aaron's Custom Baling. Call 715-202-0118.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. Alright, let's go.
Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for Colfax Viking Girls Basketball. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Postgame, where we'll take a look back at today's Viking game.
Time now for Viking Postgame, with a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. And now, Viking Postgame.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, and with us is Coach Serrar, 70-42. Congratulations, Coach. That's a little bit more of a victory than I think we thought was going to happen when we spoke earlier.
You know, the last couple days that this is a team that you can't wait to play good against. So I challenged them to make sure, you know, right from the start that we came ready to play, and they did that. So I think we kind of showed that it was going to take their absolute best game to play with us tonight, and I was proud of the effort all around.
You know, in the game against Bloomer, I made a comment about an in-your-face defense that I saw happening. I saw it tenfold here tonight.
Yeah, I, you know, wanted to press, you know, right from the start, kind of, you know, put the pressure on them to make the mistakes, and I thought we took advantage of, you know, them turning it over or just over. I think by the end of the game they were just exhausted. So I think that really went into our favor.
And one of the things you mentioned in Coach's Corner was what was going to be very important were forcing it to be a one and done for when Clear Lake had the ball. You weren't going to give them second shots. You guys didn't give them first shots many times down the floor. I was really impressed with how hands got into the passing lanes and bodies got in the way.
Yeah, I thought our post defense was a little shaky at the start, and hats off to the Rosine girl because she's, you know, one of the best post players in the area. But once, you know, we kind of got things figured out, I thought we did a much better job making sure that we, you know, made her turn in the middle, kept her off the boards, and like you said, we were at our best when they didn't even get a chance to come down the floor.
Well, in fact, with the Maddie Rosine, yes, she's a tremendous post player. She showed that in the first half. But she didn't score on you until about 2/3 of the way through the second half. In the second half, the guy looked up and I go, that's what she had at halftime. And yeah, you guys did a nice job of shutting her down.
Yeah, like I said, I think they were really tired, and we took advantage of that. So
I was very impressed with Emily Bertram Schofield. She was everywhere on the floor tonight. Of course, she is a lot of times, but she was really making it happen. McKenna Shipman was in there.
Yeah, I thought all
some of the
our
younger players,
yeah.
I was impressed with how they kept their poise and played hard.
Yeah, each of our girls, you know, brought something to the table tonight, and I think, you know, when we're at our best is when that happens. So, yeah, great minutes for some of our younger kids to close out the game, and I thought overall, top to bottom, we did a great job.
Well, congratulations again on that 70-42 victory, and hopefully everybody came out of this healthy. It looked like Ainsley Olsen looked a little iffy when she went down, but she came back and played hard, so she's going to be fine.
Yep, I think she just tweaked her ankle a little bit, so she's okay.
And so 3-1 is a good way to head into the conference play against Glenwood City on Thursday, and then you have that big day on Saturday with a lot of basketball here at Colfax High School. So you get yourself rested up, and we'll have more Viking postgame right after this timeout.
Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV are excited to be able to bring you Colfax High School boys basketball.
This is what we came here for!
We'll tip off the 2021-2022 season on Tuesday, November 30th when the Vikings host the Amory Warriors. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:50. That's live Colfax Viking boys basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back at Colfax High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Jeff Gust on the camera. And 70-42, Vikings come out on top. Dan, why don't you tell us how we got there?
Yeah, here's the scores for Clear Lake tonight. Their leader is number 25, Nora Eggert, with 14 points. We had Maddie Rosine with 9 points. We had Brianna Peterson and Kate Rosine with 6 points. And we had Ellie Crest with 5. And we had Brandy Madison and Lizzie Rosen with 1.
And Maddie Rosine only had 9.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, the Vikings did a really good job of holding her down tonight.
Yeah, good job by the 4s and 5s for Colfax to keep her down. For the Colfax Vikings, their leading scorer tonight was number 24, Emily Bertram Schofield. She had 15. We had Maddie Barstead with 12. We had McKenna Shipman with 11. We had Ainsley Olson with 7. We had Jenna Goodell with 6. We had Jeanette Dukovic with 4. We had Jillian Bovey with 4. And we had Jasmine Best with 4. And we had JC Bovey with 5. You know, goes right from last year right into this year. A deep bench. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 girls for Colfax with points.
And that's been part of their success in these 3 wins that they have. Against Regis, they had 8 girls score. Against Bloomer, it was 8 girls. And then against Clear Lake, it's 9. And so the Vikings have been able to spread the offense around and play really tough defense. I was very impressed with the defensive play tonight. Maddie Barstead, for not being a really tall player, got up and blocked a number of shots, and got the hand right on top and made the block.
Yeah, all night she was scrappy out there on defense. She kind of slowed down in the second half for offense, but her defense kept going.
Well, we're going to have some more Viking basketball coming up tomorrow night. Dan, you along with Ethan Bartles will be here at Colfax High School as the Vikings take on the Amory Warriors. And then on Thursday, you and I will be over in Glenwood City as the Viking girls take on the Hilltoppers. And then on Saturday, we've got some more basketball coming up. So we've got a bunch of basketball coming. In fact, here, let me remind everybody, join NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network on Thursday, December 2nd, as the Viking girls travel to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers. Live coverage begins with the Viking pregame at 6:55. That'll be followed by the live play-by-play action. That's the Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on Thursday, December 2nd on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. And then don't forget to join us also tomorrow night as the Viking boys will tip off their 2021-2022 season when they host the Amory Warriors. Live coverage begins with Viking pregame at 6:55, followed by all the live play-by-play action. That's Viking boys basketball tomorrow night on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Also, don't forget that the Bloomer Colfax wrestling team will wrestle in the 8-team Glenwood City Varsity Invitational on Saturday, December 4th. Wrestling gets underway at 10 a.m. Also, start making your plans to tune in to either the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service or NLWN-TV for our holiday gift to you, 2021. We will bring you the finest in Christmas-themed old-time radio programs, including the famous Campbell Playhouse production of Orson Welles and Lionel Barrymore in Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. That's Christmas Eve beginning at 7 p.m. on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Folks, tonight's Colfax High School basketball game is brought to you by the Colfax Animal Hospital, Dairy State Bank, Anderson Bridges, Slayton's Technology, Pleasant Valley Properties, Aaron's Custom Baling, and Kyle's Buff and Shine. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. For Dan Petchow and our cameraman Jeff Gus, this is Rick Olson. That final score one more time. Colfax Vikings 70, the Clear Lake Warriors 42. You've been tuned to Viking Postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in to any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.